Good morning, friends. Today we are dealing with our second sum common text Zeitgeist. That means the spirit of time. And to talk about Zeitgeist, it provides you a very beautiful collection of essays, short stories, poems on different subjects. Today we are dealing with the second module titled Environment, dealing with a lot of environmental issues, giving you an experience of how it affects both human beings, animals, and the whole world. And here we have a poem, very beautiful, very sensitive poem in its ironic tone, on killing a tree by Indian writer Gieve Patel, born on 18 August 1940. He is a playwright, writer, as well as a practicing physician. He belongs to a group of writers who have subscribed themselves to the green movement or environmental movement, which is involved in an effort to protect the environment. His poems speak of deep concerns for nature and expose man's cruelty towards it. His works include poems How Do You Withstand, Body, and Mirroring. He has also written 3 plays titled Princess Savaka and Mr. Behram. So let us start the poem. On killing a tree. It takes much time to kill a tree. Not a simple jab of the knife will do it. It has grown slowly, consuming the earth, rising out of it, feeding upon its crust, absorbing years of sunlight, air, water, and out of its leprous hide sprouting leaves. In this poem, G. Patel ironically talking about the different steps to kill a tree, how human beings cut a tree, different steps you kill a tree. He says it takes much time to kill a tree. You can't simply kill a tree by cutting it out. It takes much time to kill a tree. You know how cruel it is to kill a tree. Not a simple jab of the knife will do it. You can't, jab means a cut. If you are using a knife to have a simple cut, you can't kill a tree. It has grown, slowly consuming the earth. Why it is not simple to kill a tree? Because it is so strong. How it has grown, the tree has grown, slowly consuming the earth. You know, it takes all the nutritions and water, everything from the ground or earth, and it becomes so strong. So a simple cut using a knife will not be enough to kill a tree. And rising out of it, feeding upon its crest, you know, that plant on this tree was once a plant. It was just rising out of it, out of where, from the earth. It is just like a plant. It is just coming out of the earth, feeding upon its crust. Crust means it is outer layer, the outer layer of this earth. The tree has taken, the small plant has taken water and nutrients from the crust of the earth, absorbing years of sunlight, air, water, and out of it is leprous hide sprouting leaves. By years it has taken nutrition, water, sunlight, air, everything from the earth, and out of it is leprous hide. Leprosy, it is a skin disease. And here, ironically, poet says the tree got leprous, it is not that much attractive. The outer covering, the layer of the big tree is not that much soft or attractive. There is something, colors, and it is very hard. So he imagines it as leprosy, leprous hide sprouting leaves. From out of that very hard covering, that outer layer, leaves are sprouting out, leaves are coming out. So, in the first stanza, poet talking about how a plant grows into a tree, how it becomes too strong, how small leaves coming out of this tree, and he want to say that, he want to acknowledge us that it is not easy to kill a tree. A simple cut with your knife won't kill a tree. So hack and chop, but this alone won't do. So hack and chop, but this alone won't do it. Hack means, using axe, roughly cutting it. So hack and chopping is making into small pieces. So if you blow it hard with the axe or chop or make it into small pieces, but this alone won't do it. What? You can't kill a tree by cutting it or making it into small pieces. That is not enough to kill a tree. Not so much pain will do it. It takes a lot of pain in hacking and chopping, but still this pain is not enough to kill a tree. You won't succeed in killing a tree by doing these all things. The bleeding bark will heal, and from close to the ground will rise curled green twigs. So, even after hacking and chopping the tree, the branch, bark means the branch of the tree, that will bleed. Water will ooze out, the sap, not the water, the sap of the tree will ooze out. That is compared to bleeding. Bleeding bark will heal. One day, the whole wound that you have inflicted upon the tree will heal, it will cure, and from close to the ground will rise curled green twigs. And close to the ground, under the tree, a new green twigs, new small branches will rise, and there is curled green leaves that you can see. You might have experienced this by cutting a tree. You might have noticed a new leaf is coming, a new small branch is coming out from the bottom of the tree, and it is what? It is miniature boughs. It is a copy of boughs branches. It is the copy of branches, new tree, and it becomes a new tree. Which, if unchecked, will expand again to former size. Checking is the activity that human being is always doing. Yeah, you will make it sure. Have you killed the tree completely? Have you succeeded in killing a tree? If you are not checked it, if you are unchecked, the tree will expand again to former size. That tree will become again another big tree. No, the root is to be pulled out. So, it is not the step to exactly killing a tree. You have to do some more things to kill a tree. Very ironically, the poet talking about it. The root is to be pulled out. You have to pull out the root from the earth, out of the anchoring earth. What is the root is doing now? It is anchoring. Anchoring is for fixing its roots into the earth. You might have seen how ship is anchored into the ground. Just like that, tree using its root, anchoring itself into the earth very forcefully. You have to pull out that anchoring root. It is to be roped, so you have to rope it. You have to tie it with a rope and tied and pulled out, snapped out, or pulled out entirely. So what you have to do? You have to kill the tree from its ground. You have to rope it, you have to tie it, and you have to snap it. Snap it means you have to quickly break it, or cracking it, or pulled out entirely. You have to completely take these roots away from the earth, out from the earth cave, and the strength of the tree exposed. So when you take the whole root from that earth, you can see there is a cave, a big hall like a cave will be there, and the strength of the tree is exposed. Where is the strength of the tree or exist? It is in its roots. You can see how strong was its roots. Maybe the tree won't be that much big in the front of the, or in the up of the earth, but you can see how strong it is under with its roots. So that big cave, that you can feel that tree was very strong. The source, white and wet, the most sensitive, hidden for years inside the earth. Here the poet is explaining about the beauty or that strength of the root. The source, the root is the source of the tree. It is white in color, it is wet. Moisture is there because it always takes water, absorbs water. The most sensitive, it is very sensitive because it has to absorb nutrition and water from the earth, and it is hidden for years inside the earth. Then the matter of scorching and choking in sun and air. We have done many steps. We have just tried with a knife to make a cut in the tree, but you failed to kill a tree. Then what you have done? You have cut down the tree, but again a new leaves will sprout out from the bottom of the tree. Then what is the solution that the poet gives to kill a tree? Ironically, you have to pull out the root of the tree. Now we have done that. Then the matter of scorching and choking in sun and air. Simply cutting the roots won't kill a tree. You have to scorch it and choke it. You have to dry it in the sun. You have to make it into pieces. You pull out the root first, then you have to cut into pieces and dry it in the sunlight. In sun and air, you have to dry it up. Then browning, hardening, twisting, withering, then it is done. Browning, it will dry up, it will get hardened. The soft, very sensitive root will get hardened, and twist it, wither it, dry it. Withering means dry it, and then it is done. What is done? The act of killing a tree is done. So how sensitively, how ironically our poet talks about the process of killing a tree, how inhuman human beings are in killing a tree. So this poem published by Zeitgeist in 1966. Okay, thank you.